No one crossed the Veil Nebula by accident. It was the one region in the known galaxy that every map marked with the same warning: enter. For centuries, even the Accord's bravest explorers avoided its luminous storms and time-warping eddies. Probes sent into the nebula returned as empty shells, or didn't return at all. The few survivors, human, alien, and AI, spoke in riddles or fell into unbreakable silence. And the boundaries between past, present, and possible futures ran thin. Only there, it seemed, could the pulse be ended. Yet, when the plague called the gray pulse began to spread, straining the light and memory from 1,000 worlds, all eyes turned to the Veil. Scientists traced the origin to a single, impossible point deep inside the nebulous system where the laws of physics flickered. The Accord sent ships. They vanished. They sent war fleets. They fell apart from within. Her crew were the misfits the galaxy never saw coming. Time stuttered. Naveed's hands blurred as he dodged gravitational whirlpools, using intuition and pure luck. Jules saw their late mother at the engineering console, smiling and weeping at once. Priya saw her own funeral, attended by people she hadn't met yet. The ship's chronometer spun backward, then froze. Do not listen too long, or you'll become what you fear most. Only humans kept volunteering. Not because they were braver, because, as the Accord's archivist said, humanity is the only species that builds hope out of chaos. The Solace was no battleship. She was an old Sir Candrescu cruiser, patched together after the Rim Wars, held aloft by hope and luck as much as engineering. But full of longing. We are the Keepers. Save us, and the light may return. Within were the Keepers, a gathering of beings from dozens of lost species, minds uploaded to living stone when their bodies failed. The Keepers spoke through overlapping voices. The ship creaked. But Ada kept the crew focused. Each time fear or regret threatened to pull someone into a phantom world, another would grab their hand, share a joke, or recite the silliest memory they could remember. The Keeper's prison was a song one built of repeating stories and closed loops. Why did break it? Someone needed to improvise to create a future not written in their endless archives. Ada gave a speech in the mess. Whatever happens, we stick together. Here, reality was thin. The planet below shimmered with alien structures, flickering in and out of existence. If one of us gets lost, the rest go after them. Humanity never wins by going it alone. Captain Ada Ward had survived the collapse of 3 colonies. Shadows loomed, memories of what the world had been, or warnings of what it might become. Her best friend, Maceo Blythe, was a linguist and myth hunter, who'd once deciphered the dreams of a dying AI. Naveed, the pilot, was half cybernetic and 3/4 adrenaline. The Keepers added their own stories. The Keepers grew brighter, the pulse faded. Humanity survives not because we remember perfectly, but because we dare to write something new. We tried to stop time to save what we loved, but the Veil warped our dream into a curse. The only cure is release. Priya Sharma, a biologist, who had grown up in the slums of New Karachi, was famous for coaxing miracles from dying ecosystems. Jules, the chief engineer, was a non-binary genius, with hands made of living metal and a laugh that shook bulkheads. And Tomlin, the ship's AI, liked to recite Shakespeare at inconvenient moments. They had 3 days to cross the Veil. After that, the pulse would reach Sol's own system, and the Accord would collapse for good. The crew packed light just enough to survive the unknown. The Solace entered the Veil, and the universe broke open. Colors swam in the void green where there should be blue, shapes that belonged in dreams, not space. Suddenly, they were surrounded by ghost echoes of other ships. Other crews, some familiar, some alien, some that had never existed. Tomlin warned. This is not memory, but possibility. In the storm, Maceo picked up a transmission in Ancient, shifting between languages. They followed the signal, dodging impossible obstacles, Naveed piloted by feel, not by sight. At last, they reached the eye of the Veilacom at the nebula's heart, where a ruined world drifted around a dying star. They landed on a continent that seemed to shift beneath their feet. At the center of a broken city, the crew found a cathedral of crystal and light. The pulse is our doing. Priya whispered. You want to die? No, we want to change. but we are trapped by memory, by regret, by the fear of letting go. Maceo understood first. The crew of the Solace faced trials, each tailored to their deepest wounds. Ada relived every life she'd failed to save, forced to choose between clinging to guilt or risking new hope. Jules saw infinite versions of themselves, some triumphant, some broken, forced to accept all were possible, but none were inevitable. Naveed was offered a perfect simulation. His old body, his old loves, safety forever. But he chose the uncertainty of the unknown. Priya was tempted by a world where every dying planet thrived, if she only stayed and forgot the real one. Maceo was shown a book with the story of his own death, unfinished. He wrote a new ending. To be continued. Each victory changed the city. In the end, Ada spoke for all. We can't give you certainty, but we can give you change. The crew joined hands. Tomlin, the AI, improvised a code song, using Shakespeare's sonnets and the crew's laughter as a template. The veil shuddered. Light returned. The pulse collapsed. The keepers were free to not erased, but remade as living energy. Scattered through the galaxy as new possibilities, new hope. The Solace limped home, battered but unbroken, bringing with them the cure and the wisdom that every ending is only the start of the next story. At the Accord celebration, as the galaxy's suns blazed bright again, Ada told the children, if you want to change the future, tell a story no one has heard before, and bring friends who will risk everything for hope. And in the depths of the veil, a new beacon shone, calling to the next dreamers.